So basically, it is all about endoscopy. Those who have not already started it, I was at one point of time after completing my training in spine. There were too many endoscopes in front of me. I don't know what to pick, what not to pick. There was one. I was only aware of endoscopic spine surgery. Uh, then it came in front of me that there people are doing also interlaminar, then transforaminal. Then I didn't know interlaminar had two. You monoportal and biportal. एक खाने से करेंगे, दो खाने से करेंगे. Then eventually I ended up doing things, and now I'm doing more of UBE. I'm also doing transforaminal, but definitely I'm doing more of UBE. So these are all spine endoscopy systems that are already available in the market. You already have a knowledge of spine anatomy. The instruments are you are well versed with. I'll just give you the concept and uh, the technique that is to be done. So stepwise understanding. First we'll understand the equipments, then how to make portals. Fluid management is important because it is a fluid based surgery. Triangulation, UB anatomy, a little bit different because there are some bleeders to be tackled with. And eventually this is to be done by you. Practice, practice and practice. I think perseverance is very important. Equipments required, this is the basic trolley, light source, four basic things that I say: light source, camera, RF and drill system. Drill system is a shaver or a burr, high speed drill. Scope, you can use 30 degree or a 0 degree. It is a controversy that you've already seen. RF system, camera system, burr system, and there are a few specialized UBE instruments, rotating Garrison punches and all those things. Rest of the things are all common to open spine surgery. So this is the setup of your operation theater for UBE. So I generally operate on standing on the left side, whether may it be a right-sided disc or may it be a left-sided disc. Being a spine surgeon, we are quite aware of our cervical spine, so everything is in front of me and nothing is sideways, everything is in front of me. I operate, even for the right-sided pathologies, I operate from the left side. These are the basic scopes, 0 degree and 30 degree scopes, which are easily available in the market. You can also get imported ones, you can get Chinese one, you can get Indian one, and all these things are available. There is a sheath. The sheath is different for 0 degree, it is different for 30 degree. You can have both the scopes in your set. It is more advantageous. This is the RF system. There are many companies in the market. If I'd say now Indian companies are also coming up. These are the imported ones: Depew, Bonds, Arthrex, Schoolcut, Smith and Nephew. These are the imported ones. You can also have Indian Mactronic is there, and I think one more is there. This is the bonds RF. You will have different RF bonds. I generally prefer to have only two. First is the side firing one, and the other one is the hook RF. Hook RF I use only when I'm doing cervical UBE or para UBE. Otherwise, I think side firing RF is good enough for almost all the cases. And the drill system for UBE, a high-speed drill, is a good system when you are operating in geriatric patients, because you will have a good cancellous bleeding there. So these cancellous bleeding can be sometimes problematic. Generally, I say bleeding is the only enemy to spine endoscopy. So once you are able to control your bleeding, I think you will be very fine with your surgery. So you can also have shaver systems. This is striker system. Striker has core 2 now. This is, I think, core. Core 2 has an advantage of having both shaver Formula 1 attachment as well as MS some X2 is also available. A high speed drill, neuro drill is also attached in the same console. That is the imported one. These are the other systems, shaver systems: Smith and Nephew, Arthrex. Bones is also good. Bones is well versatile. You can use even in monoportals as well as biportals. And these are the Indian ones. This is the basic UBE set. You'll be seeing many people doing differently. I generally use shoulder cannulas in my set. People also use without cannulas. Some or use half cannulas as well. I think it is a la carte which suits you. So this is the scope of spine endoscopy. You can practically reach half to half body, half body above to half body down. So I'll come to the making of portal, marking and making of the portals. It is generally we generally mark the midline, the disc line, and then do we have a pointer? So we generally mark the midline, the disc line, the medial pedicular line. My midpoint of my transverse incision is inferior medial part of my pedicle, superior pedicle and the inferior pedicle. I prefer taking first incision this, and I manipulate my lower incision according to the patient and my pathology. So these are the two skin incisions. For a discectomy and decompression, your scopic portal is generally parallel to your disc space, and the lower portal is generally parallel to your lamina. In TLIF, it is the other way around. The working portal is generally parallel to your disc space, because you need to insert a cage which is very parallel to your disc space. You don't want to injure your end plate. So this is a photo taken from this article. The starting point is the spinolaminar junction. The skin markings, midline, medial pedicular line. These are the scopic portal and the working portal. This is the C-arm view. So triangulation is very important. After the making of portals, triangulation is very important, and stripping of your soft tissues over the bone. This is a video, small video. So I think this video is not working. Yeah. So this is a soft tissue stripping with my instruments, mediolateral and craniocaudal. For a decompression, now I also strip off my lower lamina upper edge with under C-arm guidance. That saves me some time. These are the cannulas that I use. Okay. So this is a tubular system, and then I can remove this, and this is a biportal system. This is a working portal. This is the viewing portal. Having good portals, good facial incisions, having good fluid management is very important. This is the practical space over there. You generally go medial to the multifidus. If you'll end up going lateral to the multifidus, you'll have soft tissue problems there. This is the practical space there. This video is definitely available, and I think most of us have.
Please conclude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.